to the internationally known 24/7 grind with Peanut the General. You are now Joseph live with the Hour with the Elders, where it's all love. What looks are deceiving, but our team is achieving. Nothing too big nor too small. Come on in, let's chit chat and talk about it all. Well, we have a special show for you all today. Today's show is Marriage in the Modern Day, and our special guests need no introduction, but we're going to let them introduce and tell about themselves. But we're going to be Joseph with Mr. and Mrs. General. And I am Dorothy Harris, your co host. Yay!
Hey,
How you doing, beautiful? Girl, this is an honor. This is an honor to have you all on the show.
I'm
Okay.
excited.
Likewise, man. Likewise.
Yes,
Let's get
yes.
jet.
Our OG is working, so he may be late or he may not make it in time. But I got this here. I'm standing for both of us. So
And it's all good. It's all good. So we waiting on the newlyweds to come, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna kinda introduce ourselves. You know
okay.
what I'm saying? I'm we got another general. This is Mrs. Dot. You know what I'm saying? Come on, get up here, man. She's starting already.
It's about to be a
But
long
yeah,
show,
you see
y'all.
what I'm saying? She all up on anyway. So, this you know what I'm saying, we are, you know what I'm saying, Mr. and Mrs. Dot, you know what I'm saying? So we come we've been married for 11 years and 4 months, you know what I'm saying? So we come talk about marriage in the modern day, marriage period. A lot of people think that black love is dead. It's not. It just need to grow its edges back. Things like that, you know what I'm saying?
Edges.
So tell us about you, Miss Dot.
You ain't heard that shot just now?
No, I didn't. What you say?
Marriage not dead. It just need to grow its edges back.
Don't say that. Don't talk about the edges. I got to grow mine back.
First of all, I got some. I don't know what you talking about. They up. You just be hating.
Don't hate. Don't hate.
Tell them about
Don't
yourself.
hate. Appreciate. Don't hate.
I appreciate the little edges because she could have none. So I appreciate the little edges that you know what I'm saying. We working on them. Tell them about yourself.
Like he said, I am wifey. We've been together 11 years. Heavy on the 4 months. 11 years and 4 months.
What? All right. See, I'm
Heavy on the 4 months. Um, Nobody ever said marriage was gonna be easy. Nobody ever said it was gonna be peaches and cream. I don't know why people feel like it's dead, but I know a lot of people that's married. I also know a lot of people that don't want to get married. So it's possible, and we here, and we ain't giving up on no, cause that ain't an option.
Just ask y'all a question out for GP while we waiting around. So how did y'all realize y'all was soulmates for one another? I mean, or did you feel like you was opposite? You know, they say opposite
That
attract.
moment,
We waiting on him to come back or a little difficulty. They didn't pull us out, but pretty sure they're gonna be right back. So y'all just bear with us because this is gonna be a great show tonight, and it's something you don't want to miss because it's not only for them, but it may help another married couple that's going through or whatever. And you know, marriage is ups and downs. You know, like we say, for better and worse, until death do us part. And so that's what we want to. That's what we want to have in this modern day time because you know, back in the days, the the older generation they stuck together. They wasn't leaving each other. Okay, we back.
You can hear us, man?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Huh?
So, yeah, I hear y'all. So, as I was asking, how did y'all feel y'all was soulmates? Or do you know opposite attract? Did y'all feel y'all was opposite? You know.
definitely opposite. But where I lack, he's the strength, and what he lack, that's my strength. So we make a strong team.
Right.
What I like?
So you look like you didn't feel like you was opposite.
I'm trying to see where I lack at, but we're gonna talk about we'll be back. Hold on, y'all. We coming right. Don't get on here.
We,
Don't get on here. You know what I'm
we,
saying? No, don't do that. Don't do that. We peachy keen, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything is.
you can't think for her. You can't speak for her. She gonna speak. You can't speak for her. She gonna speak for herself tonight.
Wait, hold on, man. Who team you on, man?
I ain't on no team. It ain't on no team. Hi, how y'all doing? Welcome
Hey,
aboard.
going on? What's going on?
Hi.
What's up? Salute,
I'm
salute.
Miss I'm Miss Dorothy Harris, one half of the elders. Our other OG Carlos Johnson, he had to work, so he may come in and he may not come in. But just bear with me because I'm gonna be with y'all.
Okay.
And congratulations, I hear you all are newlyweds.
Thank
We
you,
are.
thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
How long have y'all been married?
5 months.
Okay, let y'all introduce yourself before I get too far asking y'all questions. That's
Okay,
great.
1 second.
I'm in. How y'all guys doing over there? What's going on? That's my lovely wife,
Is the one
Mia.
from New York, Mia? You
I'm,
from New
I'm the
York?
only one. I'm the only one from New
My
York. It
bad.
ain't
I
the one.
asked that wrong like a motherfucker, dog. My bad.
I'm the only one.
You
He
repping
asking them
Rockaway.
trick
You
questions. He
repping
asking them trick
Fort Rock,
questions.
huh?
That's that
You,
Nola trick question.
That was a real trick question. I don't know where the
don't do me that,
that one
man.
came.
Don't do that, man.
He dug all the way in the bag for that one. That joint came flying out of
My
nowhere.
bad. But you from Rockaway?
Yeah, I'm from Far Rockaway. Yeah.
Do you know Chinks or Stacks?
Them dudes, they was younger. They was the younger dudes. They was younger than us. So yeah, we knew them, but we didn't know them.
Nice to meet y'all. Nice to meet y'all. You know what I'm saying? We've been married 11 years and 4 months.
Nice,
That's
nice.
good.
That's real
So
good.
y'all take a moment to introduce yourselves to everyone.
Well, again, I'm Ant, and this is my lovely wife Mia.
Yes.
Uh,
You know you got me. I'm all looking all homely. It's been a long week at work,
You're
but
beautiful. You're beautiful.
thank you.
We are queens. We are beautiful no matter how we
yes,
act.
Lord.
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
Okay.
You can
So
start, man.
so I know that you all been married, Mr. General and Mrs. General, 11 years and 4 months. And you all, how long you said you've been married?
5 months. Well, we got married February 24th. So
Yeah,
So
about five.
5 months. So
mhm.
how I'm gonna start with you all. How I feel being a wife and a that and a husband where he can say that's my wife and that's my husband. How that feel?
It feels amazing.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
like
when you're with somebody that compliments you and treats you better than anyone have ever has, that's like
mm,
it's the best feeling in the world. So you feel like I feel like I'm in love with like where have you been all my life? That's the kind of feeling he gives me. Like, dang, why I could have skipped everybody over and just met him, and we'd be fine. But everything in God's timing. But we're definitely like the best of friends, and he's just amazing.
oh man.
And how do you feel when you be saying that's my wife? It be
Oh
boldness. That's my
man,
wife.
listen, that's that's one of the best things in the world. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Um, just to love her and be goofy with her, and find when you find that special person. Listen, I'm gonna cut the. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. When you find that special person, automatically, that special person that you've been connected to all your life, but you just so far apart that you don't even know. And sometimes you get involved with people and you develop those senses with that kind of person, but it's not the same. All right, but when you find that one person that drives you, that put that battery in your back, make you want to be better than
Right.
that level that you on. You want to be to that other level, and when you get to that level, you want to go to another level
Guys, it's the
because
limits.
because you found I found mine. You understand? Like I'm not gonna hold y'all. I found mine, and I ain't gonna let this thing go nowhere.
Right.
It's set to the top. Furthest we could go to the top. Besides that, everything else, like everything in my past or whatever, it don't even matter.
Right.
God
How
damn, New
long?
York. Hold
How
on,
long
New
did?
York, dog. You set up
That's how
all
he
kind of
got me.
high
That's
for
how he
that
got
question,
me.
that answer for that question, dog. Look how you
How
gonna
long?
do me like that, dog. We supposed to be on the same team, dog. Damn.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm all for my brothers. Listen, I'm all for my black men. You know what I mean. We all. You know, they might call us niggas and things like that. Excuse my profanity, but listen,
Say what you
I'm
want
all
to.
for my brothers. I'm all for black. You know what I mean? We black power, black love, everything, black excellence. I don't care how much they try to tarnish it, but yo, us as black people, we the unified people. We the ones,
Beautiful.
man. We the ones that create everything. We create everything.
How long did the two of you date before marriage? Mia.
Ooh, yeah, good.
2.5 years. Well, we were dating 2 years. He proposed. We were engaged for a year, and then we got married.
Okay, that sounds about right. Cause
We was
people,
engaged a little under a year, maybe like 9 months.
right? Cause it don't take 5 years no more to know that that's my soulmate. You know, it used to be like take 5 years before you give into it, but it don't take that time no more. That was that whole.
I knew right away. I was like, listen, I found me one. I'm like, now I'm about to straighten up. I'm flying right. I'm like, oh, this is the one. He is. I can get. I felt literally. I felt like I could be soft with him, vulnerable. I could just literally be safe. I was safe. I was literally safe. So I wasn't like, oh, we should be engaged. I didn't rush him, because he had recently gotten divorced. And I wanted him to naturally fall for me in his time, right? In my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, he only got so much time, but I
But
still
he
ain't gonna
got, huh?
exactly. And so I want to make sure that
I got you, New York. I got
he
that.
he came through every milestone.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I
Oh,
had to make sure I was right. Like, I got so many things that's going on in my life. I gotta make sure I'm right.
right, right.
Yeah, we was not trying to have no hiccups and no bumbles.
All right. I cut the phone up, but somebody's still trying to get through calling me. Okay, this question is for Mr. and Mrs. General.
But
You've been married the longest, so define marriage.
Oh, you don't want to go first?
You
Oh,
don't want to be the king? You don't want to be the
I'm
king?
ladies first. You know what I'm saying?
I'll go first. You see how
All
he
okay.
right,
started to look
queen.
at
All
me,
right,
huh?
queen. You know we that
Um,
strength. You know we that strength. You know you.
I know that's fine. I'm used to it. Marriage to me is patience, loyalty, understanding, commitment, honesty,
Mm,
trustworthiness. Heavy on the patience.
mm.
Don't do that. Hold on.
Heavy on the patience.
See?
Yeah, that's
Hold
about
on. We
right.
right back, y'all. What you doing?
That's about right. That's about right.
Thank you, man.
I'm sorry, my
All
brother.
right, son. How do you define marriage?
Um, a lot of heavy on the understanding since we heavy on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mm.
heavy, heavy on the compromise. Um, heavy on the everything. People think it's just one phase. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's three phases. It's the relationship, then when you move in, and then the marriage. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people say that people change on them, but if that person stay the same when y'all first met, then something wrong. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be ready for the change and expect the change. You know what I'm saying? But good or bad, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be with that change and change with it. Like if one person changing and the other one not, that person's still gonna uh, push those same triggers as when both people were in the same vibe. You know what I'm saying? So heavy on the same page, heavy since we heavy on stuff. Heavy, heavy on the same page. You know what I'm saying?
Every
Yeah,
just do your
listen.
part.
You know what I mean? Listen. I'm not gonna lie, you guys is definitely on point. Y'all guys are definitely on point. Both of y'all. Heavy
Yes,
on all of that.
yes,
Okay.
sir. And y'all love too. You know what I'm saying? We looking for y'all to get where we at, but it ain't. It's a long road, long haul road. You know what I'm saying?
I
Mm.
don't want y'all to end up like I was. I did 11 years, but I'm divorced. But you know, you got to make it work because it comes with good and bad times. But I
Yeah.
have had the honor of being married, you know. So,
Yeah.
so son, how long were you all together before, you know, dated before marriage came along?
Like a year.
A
Mm.
year, okay.
Yeah. But I know her since she was like 15, 16. We were like teenagers, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
She ain't give me the time of day at first. She talking about she was scared of me whatever, you know what I'm saying? But
That
heavy on
roughneck,
the
huh? That
let me see,
roughneck,
heavy
huh?
on the whatever this is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Heavy on the he wasn't flying right. He wanted to be big old badass, and I ain't have time for that.
We
Uh,
met back up
Mi-
in our adult age, and I guess she wasn't scared of me no more. Heavy on or whatever this mean.
Nah,
You
he had to
know?
mature. That's what that was.
right, maturity, huh? Miss General, I get to ask you this question. Did he get down on one knee?
No.
No.
Okay.
No. Not that I
What,
have not that I would have not that I have a problem with it, but it was more of
General
it was
conversation.
a more of a conversation.
okay.
I
Okay.
had just come home from jail, and she was like, we
He
were
was
talking.
off for a little minute.
You gonna tell the story then, or what you want me to do?
I mean, you had just came over.
But I was, you know, going through some legal problems. You know what I'm saying? She was asking me what I'm gonna do and all that. And I'm like, I don't know. And she was like, you wanna get married? And I thought she was playing, so I was playing the game. So I turned around. I'm like, you serious? And she like, you serious? And I'm like, yeah. She like, yeah. And then that was
Now
11 years, 4
that's a
months later.
queen. She
So
was
why
bold
you
enough to
breaking
ask
things down?
you.
What's wrong with
Wow.
your mother?
Yeah. That's a
Well,
queen. She was bold enough to ask you.
hold on, it's not how it happened.
That is not hot. I don't know what we was laying in the bed. You wasn't on no game, and you brought it up. Now you was like, "What if I asked you? What would you say?"
No.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
That don't even sound like me, but this is her story. She gonna tell it.
And he asked me what I would say, and I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Without no ring or nothing," and I was like, "A ring doesn't define that.
I said,
Right.
A ring
Nice.
doesn't define that. Like if I'ma love you, I'ma love you.
That's
Ain't got nothing
love.
to do with the ring, whether you got money or not. If I'ma love you,
That's
I'ma love
right.
you."
Right.
Right. Real.
I had money though, cause she trying to put it out there like
I
talk about
didn't
some
say.
had money or not, like I'm some type of broke ass nigga or something. We not about to do
I'm
that, no, no.
I'm a
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
got
say
it.
That's all he heard. That's all he heard from that whole
And
thing.
that's all he be thinking about too.
I just want her to
Yo,
tell the right story.
hey,
You know
listen,
She
gentlemen.
just said she rode, she a ride or die. She was down for you no matter what. And you talking about something I wasn't, bro.
rich or
It was
broke,
like,
she there. She gonna be there.
it was like,
Okay.
yo, we gonna clear that up right now.
Yeah. Talk about
He
whether you
said,
broke
clear
or
that
not.
up right now.
Like I'm just
Clear that up.
yeah, some scrub in the passenger side of my best friend ride or something.
That's
Okay. This,
salute.
That's my dog. That's my
make,
dog. Y'all
make
my
sure
dog.
you clear that up right
Y'all
now.
don't
He
feel
say,
the
hold on,
connection
wait a
we got
minute.
right now. You know what I'm saying?
all
What's
right.
Y'all,
what's
hey.
up?
All right. This next question I'm gonna share it for both of you couples. Is a marriage that fairy tale love everyone tries to portray it to be? I mean, I know y'all newlyweds, so it's that fairy tale love for y'all, but even more. But is it that fairy tale love that everyone portrays? Because you know, marriage come with a lot of things, and some people just make everything look good.
Hold on, y'all.
Yeah.
I want her to answer this question first.
But
So
even
okay, so
fairy
we
tale loves, none of them came easy.
no love
All
is
of them had their,
100%
it
easy.
was their rough patch before it was the fairy tale ending.
Well, we didn't have any rough patches, not one. But now I will say this: what we met in 2019, we started being boyfriend and girlfriend in 2020. So we're older, right? I'm 46. He's 48, 47. He's gonna be 48. But we 2 years apart. But here's the thing. Exactly. So what we did was we had an opportunity to mature. We know what we want. We're in each other's lives where we're ready to offer peace and love and connection. So we literally in the 4 years we've been together, we have adapted this friendship and this respect and bond where we just communicate openly. When we started dating, I had just came off my healing journey, so I already had my boundaries. I let him know from the gate, this is what it is, and I came ready to respect what he came to the table with and treat him like the head. And I've been there, all that. So I'm in the space where I'm just like, okay, we cool. I'm not gonna argue with you. So our relationship, we wake up happy every morning. This is true. 4 years. I've only heard him say my name, Mia, 2 times. So we had 2 arguments that were like really blowouts, and he had to say my name. But other than that, I'm babe, and it ain't lost its win in all these years. So I feel like, to answer your question, Ms. Harris, is we are committed each day to just bring the best out of each other and make each other happy. Right. So that's what we strive for every day. And if we run into a hiccup, or because life is life and we human, we be like, babe, all right, come on, this ain't us. Let's talk about it. What's going on, And we don't go to sleep angry. We really have that love you're talking about.
That's great.
Oh,
Do y'all have kids?
The what? We don't want no children.
Okay. All right. So you get to answer that fairy tale.
No, we got a blended family. He has 2 boys, and I have 4 adults.
Okay.
And I have 4 grandkids, you guys. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's about
Good
right. Salute. You gotta salute that.
But so we don't need no children. I'm trying to see if they let me get a puppy.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be our baby.
Okay, so you want to speak on that fairy tale, love?
Oh yeah, listen, that fairy tale love, it do exist to a certain extent, but it do exist, and you have to really understand like the elements that evolve, that's involved in that process, but it do exist. It's a lot of everything that you say. It's you need it. What a relationship needs a lot of.
Yep.
And that's what it is. When you start understanding, that's the concept of whatever relationship, marriage, whatever. You start as, I always want the best for this person, so I'm coming with my A game off the top. So you can't lose that passion. You understand?
That's
You gotta,
deep,
you gotta be like, the greats. You gotta be like Kobe. You gotta be like Mike. You gotta be like Braun. You gotta come with your game.
He not talking just he comes with the game. For real, he comes with it so much that if he slack or if it's an off day, I just give him the grace because he done been so good all this time. So how can I complain? That's how I look at it. Like, man, he's so good to me. I can't even be mad if he's tired or if he feel like doing this why he got so much in the bank already that I'm just like, he could coast a little bit, he could chill. So that's what we consider real love about.
Yeah, y'all.
Mr. General, Mr. General, let me
high for these answers. I know my credit bad right now.
Mr. General, what you got to say about that fairy tale love?
My credit bad, you hear me?
You always fix it.
Mr. General, what you have to say about that fairy tale love? We ain't gonna leave you out.
Well, New York setting the bar so high for these answers to the questions. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
just talking.
What you looking at like that? I can't concentrate with you sounding like. Can I answer the question?
You sound like you're intimidated.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm scared now. You heard me, man? But I'm gonna say this, you heard me? In her defense, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start off in her defense. Heavy on in her defense. You know what I'm saying?
You about to say that for the rest of the show, y'all.
Yeah. Anyway, but you gotta be conscious of self, you know what I'm saying? And know that I'm a problem, you know what I'm saying? I'm a lot to deal with, and the way I was living my life was a lot to deal with. So you gotta understand that if she willing to put up with all that, you know what I'm saying, then I gotta be willing to put up with this. I gotta be willing to, you know what I'm saying, like the compromise, heavy on the compromise, you know what I'm saying? But, you know
that's what I'm right.
It's not gonna always be a fairy tale. You see what I'm saying? Like sometimes, God forgive me, I be going to sleep
He smoke on this thing.
pissed off. You know what I'm saying? I wake up the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I understand I hold grudges. You know what I'm saying? She's way better than that. She'll let like, and I admire her for that. You know, you ain't looking now.
Right.
I'm admiring you. Yeah, look now. But
Right.
I admire her for that. You know what I'm saying? Because she is she inspired me to be more like her in the forgive and forget aspects. You know what I'm saying? I do tend to hold grudges, and I'm just a lot to deal with. Like I'm a whole different person when I get angry. You know what I'm saying? And for her to
You're not petty no more because of her, right?
for her to deal with that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta like,
My imagination.
you know what I'm saying? Your turn.
I was the first one to ask a
She
question.
sure
No,
was.
she gotta
You're
answer
not
it
petty
again,
no
y'all.
more
Hold
because
up,
of her,
y'all. I
right?
want her to answer it again.
I
Okay.
ain't gonna change my
What
answer.
was your answer?
He said, "When the answer again,
All
Let's
right, I'm paying
let's
attention.
talk
No,
a
you
little about
wasn't.
You know what I'm
let's
saying?
But
talk a
I
little
repeat
about
yo,
myself.
finances.
I say even in those fairy tale love stories, they
I'm
all start off.
with the
Yeah, they're not. It don't get fairy tale right in the beginning.
it'd be at the
That's
end.
exactly what she said.
I was telling her what she said while she was talking about.
You
Who said
wasn't
it
listening,
for, man?
sir.
You said?
You wasn't listening. You got to listen.
I am listening,
Listen, let
man.
her listen.
Wait, hold on, man. Nah, we about to do this, man. My mama, she's
Okay.
not like us. You know
Let's
what I'm
talk a
saying?
little
She
about
light skinned and all that. We don't.
All right, let's
Yeah.
talk a little about finances. You know, a lot of men are intimidated when the woman make more money than them. And in modern days, do you think that exists? Because back in the days, the man would go to work and the woman would stay at home. Today, the woman go out and she make her money just like he makes his money, and sometimes she makes more. Do you find that the men are intimidated by that? And do you pay 50-50, or does the man pay all the bills?
She make more than me. I could come out and say she has a career. You know what I'm saying? I'm an entrepreneur, and
Right.
I used to make my money in other ways. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to like, don't.
I just had to he legal, y'all. I ain't even lying.
Why you gotta say educational purposes? You know what I'm saying? Everything on here you can't really take it for face value. You know what I'm
Woo de
saying?
woo.
People joke a lot on the internet. You know what I'm saying? But she has a career. Like she went to school and all that. So she like at times like and with the 50-50 thing, it's whoever got it.
Right.
It's whoever able to do it. Sometimes it's 100. Sometimes I take the boat and woo de woo, and most of the time she take the boat because I can't keep a job because of my anger problem. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Don't tell me nothing. Just let me work, and I'm gonna go home. Why you gotta tell me how to work? And that's where the problem starts. You see what I'm saying?
all
It's
right.
not really an anger problem. It's why you telling me what to do and I'm already doing it problem. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
so
right. That's right.
and it goes back to heavy on the understanding and the patience. She understand I don't play that. She understand I'm a certain way and not. What's wrong with your neck?
I'm listening.
You need me to bring your neck or something?
I need you to finish your statement.
But so she understand that I'm a certain way and there's a certain type of level that I expect to be approached and treated. And when I'm not treated that way, then now we got a problem. She understands that. You know what I'm saying? So I am a coach. Like you just gotta be heavy on the understanding.
Yeah.
Do you agree with him?
Like he said, because that's many times he's made more money than me. I ain't gonna be mad at it, and that's
She
the
trying
time.
to put it like I'm so
So
broke.
nobody
God,
said nothing.
wow. Why you got these people think I got money, y'all. I'm just, I just want to put that out there, dog. Cause see, that's.
Get that out in the open.
But anyway, but like I said, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes it's 100. Sometimes it's me. Sometimes it's her. Sometimes it's us. Sometimes it's not.
We're a team.
Sometimes I'm in jail.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm away, you know what I'm saying? She got to take all the slack, all the bills, the kids. We got 4 kids, 3, and then I got woo. But you know what I'm saying? she's just a trooper. Like, look, man, you ain't looking at me. Right, yeah.
Salute the queen. Salute.
Hello, hello.
That's right.
Okay. All
Hello.
right. The same question with you all. And Mia. Do y'all go 50-50 on bills or do the man pay the bills?
We-
Listen.
Of course, I
Huh?
earn more annual
These
my
but these
salary.
women's cutting up. You see these women with this earning more? No,
Hey,
Don't
no
say
bro.
my.
disrespect. No
Don't say
disrespect to
my.
the men though. No
Don't say my.
disrespect to y'all.
I'm gonna start.
So so
Cutting
we
out.
we do go. I don't consider 50-50. We contribute to our everyday household things. We contribute to each other's health. We're one. That's how I look at it.
Right.
So
Definitely.
when I say that we are one, we're one. So it's not my salary or his, it's ours.
Right.
And so we don't have those issues. All of our money go into one account, and we just won. So I feel like we're blessed. What is it when you find your helpmate? So it don't really matter about who makes the most.
Right.
I know where back in the day how it was like, oh, the men went out and they were the breadwinners, but that's not always true. The moms may not have been in the workforce, but they were washing somebody's laundry, or they were, pressing somebody's clothes. They were making money on the side to contribute to the household, and on top of taking care of the kids. So that's just what society wants to tell, especially in the Black community. They started that 50-50 stuff
Right.
to keep separating us and to keep us competing against each other, making the man feel like he's not capable of leading a household because he doesn't measure up or make as much as the woman does. But then on top of that, the society will pay women, Black women, more than Black men, but our white counterpart women, they make more than what we make, and white men make more than everybody. So that kind of that notion that 50-50 and no, we are just 100-100, and that's what we do.
And another thing, you heard me, the economy, the dollar don't stretch as long as it did back.
It really don't. It
The
really
dollar
don't.
now
I
as,
that.
as much back in the G, you know what I'm saying? So it's not the same. It can't financially, it could be, but it's not the same. The economy not the same as it was. It wasn't no $20 for no ground meat back in the G. You see what I'm saying?
I make 6 figures literally, and that's the most I ever made in my life. The most I ever made in my life, and it's so expensive out here.
Right.
I used what a week's worth of groceries used to could cost me between $50 to $75. Now a dinner is like $120 to $200 for maybe 2 meals.
Right. For
That
real.
is crazy.
It's depressing to go to shopping, you hear me?
Yep. Yes. And then when you get ate up, oh God, that just when my kids were small, luckily it wasn't as high, but I know that feeling. I can't imagine how women are feeling with kids right now that make too much to get public assistance, and they can't get the EBT card or whatever it's called, where that's where we call it the EBT. But
Yeah.
Right.
I could
That's what
never
we call
get
it
that.
too.
And yes, they got to go out here and spend literally crying tears to feed their children. And the summertime, yes, the economy is too messed up right now.
Right. Or touchy questions for some, not for you all, but for some people. But we're gonna help those who this may be a touchy question to. You know, they had this thing about obeying and being submissive and all of this here. So who run this house? Who run this house? Come on, y'all, tell me who run the house.
Um,
We run out.
I'm about to say it's both.
We run out. Don't say it like that.
That's it.
Don't say it both.
Shut up.
Like say it like that. Don't
That's
be
it.
don't be heavy on the both. But anyway, it's 50-50, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like she said, you heard me, some of my weaknesses is her strengths, and some of her strengths. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm
It's,
saying?
it's,
That's
a,
what
it's
He
an
I'm
he
equal
saying.
thing.
he's shy and he
Um,
always on the camera. Now he had to be shy.
You know what I'm saying?
he he
Looking at
he
me
run
like
it
that.
over here. He
He
run it.
run the house,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So
That's
you
that.
the
I'm gonna tell
head and
y'all a
not the
secret. I'll
tail.
tell you a secret offline.
Yeah.
young lady,
Mm-hmm.
Miss General. I got to tell you the secret to that. My grandmother told me. I'm gonna tell the ladies. Listen, ladies, and men, y'all can know, cause y'all ego won't be too strong, cause y'all gonna be happy anyway.
Wait,
But
I'm gonna give you the flow on this one. Let me give you the flow.
I want to tell the listeners and the viewers that, especially ladies, women don't have to do anything but give the man the power, right? And even if you think about it, essentially, they're going to be so enthused and happy that you gave them the power that your submission is going to make them submit to you. And I know it might sound crazy, but if you can be in charge without being in charge. You can make the man feel like the head and treat him like the head and still make all the decisions in your household because he gonna trust you that much that you letting him lead, but he's still gonna need you to guide the ship.
New York, New York,
Hey,
we been ahead, New York.
That's well
hey,
They
said.
said they
That's
acting
listen,
like
well.
it, New York.
That's
listen,
We
well
ain't
said.
leave, New York. They in the
listen,
lead.
listen,
we, we ain't
listen.
leave, New York.
All
Yeah.
right, so listen, I'm gonna extend on both of those questions that you asked, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
And like the black household, right? Even back in the days, the man was supposed to be the leader. The man was supposed to be the lead. He's supposed to be the head of the household. He's supposed to rock out. Now, with today's society, the way society is set up, of course, financially, they would love for our black women because the power is in the woman. And if all our generations knew that the power was in the woman, we would have protected our black women a little better. It
Right.
wouldn't be it wouldn't be a high rate of divorce in the black community. It would never been any of that. Because if we knew how to stay together, because even extending on the ladies doing the washing the clothes for side money, this, that, and the third, because the man was out doing what he had to do. Now, with that side money, if she would have invested it into her husband, dreams and possibilities, then they would. You understand? We would be trust fund babies right now. It
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be. It wouldn't be them always winning.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? They kept us uneducated and unmotivated. Then they separated us. Now that we're now, I mean literally now, and that's no disrespect to none of my elders, but we're literally now getting back together. I'm
Right.
talking about black couples, like literally getting back together. And it's hard. It's hard out here. Don't get it twisted. It's hard out here financially. They want our women to outshine us, so we can look
Right.
bad.
Right.
They can arrest us, throw us in jail, kill us. That's how they getting away with the murders. Because they get these little backstories on how this black man was doing this and how that black man was doing that. But he was just trying to feed his family. See what I'm saying? Like it's still it's still a dark cloud of a black community. But they just got so many that we blinded by the ones that's in front of us. The ones that's in front of us, we got to take care of them first. When we need to be taking care of the whole sky because the shit is just crazy over the black community. And
Right.
the fact that we coming back to love and coupling and talking to the elders and getting some knowledge is the fact that, it's hope in there.
You know, piggybacking on what Mill just got on there and said, I remember because a lot of time I was a single parent and stuff like this, so I had to take control of everything myself. But I got with one brother, and he told me, you let a man be a man, even if he's a weak man. Always encourage that man and make him think he's doing good, even when he's not, because you're gonna build him up to be that man, that he should be. So I can totally agree with you what you just said, Mill. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is
And
all.
to piggyback off that, you know what I'm saying? I am the quote unquote heavy on the leader of the house, right?
Right.
But with power come responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not just like you said, she the strength and the weaknesses, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be too bull-headed and big-headed to be like, oh, we're gonna do it this way and this and that, woo, woo,
Right.
when I know she got a better idea. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, oh, we're gonna do it this way or we're gonna do it that way when I know she got a better plan. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, so with power do come responsibility of that power. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna send nobody in your house just because I can send somebody in the house. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna think, I'm gonna woo, and then if I got it, but that's different. But like I was saying, though, she the co-pilot, and she don't have no. Now she don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? We had to work on that. You know what I'm saying? But both of us, you heard me. So,
we did bump heads in the beginning with that, being submissive and letting him lead because I wasn't used to that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really a submissive and letting lead thing. It was a just the recipe. Like, did you like a lot of women go into relationships and be having to build the brother.
Hold that thought, son, because I'm about to ask you a question. You could kick that in. What do you expect from each other? And now you can tell us.
Whatever this. Oh, all right. A lot of people, a lot of women go into relationships. And gotta build the brother up. She didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? I was already, with the woo. So when she came in, it was like, you know, and I ain't even much gonna say what she bring it to the table, but you know, she had to add and not subtract or just be stagnant. And to go back to the question about the money thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of her that she make more than me. You see what I'm saying? It's inspiring. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you see how people could make so much but still struggle. You see what I'm saying? Or you see how people could make so much and like you see, just enough to not get no help, but just enough. You know what we said. You hear me? So you know what I'm saying? And you got to be just willing. Now, what question you asked me, Mike?
What do you expect from each other?
You want something? I really don't expect nothing from her. Like, just be you. You know what I'm saying? And not too much. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't like. I'm not the one to be like, oh, I come home and want something cooked, or I have a problem with something cooked, or I eat a tuna fish sandwich or something. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping up like. I really don't expect nothing. There you go, New York. Yeah, that's my brother. Like, y'all don't know the connection that me and this
Some
man
some
got.
cereals, some cereals out the
It's
bowl.
brotherly love. It's the brotherly love on here.
You said
Man,
tuna
but
fish sandwich.
I really don't expect nothing out of her but to be a mother, a wife, and a human being. Like, don't let the marriage cloud you. Like, you still a woman. You still got your own mind. Um, ain't know you gonna do what like I said. Saying, I put my foot down, and I'm standing on business with a steel toe, and she know that. But at the same time, you heard me. Is she just I don't know. What you expect of me? Cause I don't expect nothing out of you, dog. Don't say the wrong thing.
I mean, I just expect him to be mine. That's it. Be mine and respect me. Anything else I can work with, we good. That's fine. I'm not sharing you, and you gonna respect me. And as long as we got those two understood, we good.
Right.
She didn't even ask that.
She said what I expect out of you.
That's what she expects.
Right.
That's her expectations.
Mine, you on my side.
No, it ain't no
like
sides
that,
right
man.
now, son. We educating people. Other people. What about you? What about you, Ann and Mill? What do y'all expect from each other?
Yeah, what you expect from me? Hey, tell
Dang, he was
I
aggressive
like how
there.
you.
Okay, son. I can't let you.
I like with the firmness that you asked her that, New York.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta
Shout out from
Look
New
here, talking
Orleans.
about the firmness.
Shout out from New Orleans. You heard me?
That's what I'm talking about. We got
Shout out
what you expect?
Rockaway.
Honestly, as I have, I don't like the word expectations because it leads to disappointments to me. But I just want the lines of communication to always remain open. Because if we can keep the lines of communication open, we can always talk about whatever it is going on. You know what I mean? And if we can have that understood, and we have this far, just to make sure, like, if you're not having a good day, you can announce that, because when you're met with someone's energy shifts, that's what I call them, and they're not the norm, it can set a tone for the relationship, the day. It can cause unnecessary arguments. So what I like to do is, if I'm having a bad day or a moment, or it may not even be him. If something happens, I can be like, you know what, babe, I had a bad day, or babe, today's not a good day for me, So in apologizing, you know what I mean, and making sure you communicate those changes to each other, so we can know how to handle each other. We can be prepared, so we're not met with the wrong ingredients that can really cause a wedge in your relationship. So I think those are my expectations of communication.
The communication. Oh, now what I expect from you?
See, I ain't even asked.
I like that, New York. I like that. There you go.
You see how you said it?
What I expect from you? I just expect, I expect the world, because I'm going to give you the world. So I expect the world. That's what I expect everything.
My answer, because he's showing off.
He
Y'all
went deep.
showing
He
off
went
right now.
deep.
I expect the world.
I expect the world, because that's what we here for. We here for the world. We're not here for nothing else. Yeah, that's it. I don't expect nothing else. Like, I already know everything else come with that.
This ain't no cap either. Like, y'all, we both are, like, I believe we're a match made in heaven, because we just equally want to please each other. So we used to have competitions. Like, when we first started dating, we would go like grocery shopping, or we'd cook, and we'd fight over who gonna pay for the grocery bill. You know what I mean? Like, we both trying to stick our card in there, and the people at the Publix be like, "Oh my God, here they go again!" Like, it might sound corny, but I've always wanted this kind of love, and I had to become that type of person and that type of love to receive it. And that's why we give each other both what each other deserve.
Oh, can I say something with that? Let me say something with that.
I'm listening, brother.
Yeah,
I'm listening,
listen.
brother.
And I'm gonna direct this to all the males, every male. Like, understand that we're men. You understand? We one of the most highly evolving creatures. You understand? Everything, a woman came from out of a rib of a man. If you understand the truth, you see what I'm saying? Understand the truth, y'all. Salute. A woman came out of a man. We one of the most evolving creatures known to man. Yeah, hey, listen how deep that got. Listen, when you evolve, and you evolve with a person that's your helpmate, because again, all these women came from a rib of a man.
Say that. He keeps saying
I'm
that.
listening, brother.
But it's the truth.
I'm with you, brother.
It's the truth. It's the
It's
truth.
the truth. It's the
Listening.
truth. It's the truth.
Tuned in.
No, my point is, we as men, we need to evolve. We need to evolve all the time. We can't stay stagnant. We can't stay lackadaisical. We got to evolve, and we evolve with our helpmates, because that's what they are. They are our helpmates. They're not our wives. They're not our no. They're our ladies. You know what I mean? They are our queens. They're the ones that we tell our secrets to. You understand? They're the ones that hold us at night when we need to be hugged. You dig? And they the ones. So while we evolving, we got to constantly remind them that we evolving. So we taking you with us. We gonna take you with us on this evolve trip. We gonna evolve into something new, and then that's a new level. That's why this saying is new levels, new devils, because you gonna fight those demons that's following you. But it's always another level to go. See what I'm saying? So, like, that's reality for me. Like, keep evolving, changing yourself, being new, being present. Life would be grilled.
That's why I
Okay.
like, because he had an open
So
mind.
to piggyback off of what my brother
Oh,
from another
oh,
mother
Okay.
said,
Okay. Okay.
he from the Big Apple. Big Apple. I'm from the Big Easy. I just want to
All right. That's tell them about it.
yeah.
when I had said that a couple of moments ago about growing with each other, there's a lot of people that say oh, he changed on me, or she changed on me, or woo, but at the same time you're supposed to change. You know, and you're supposed to change together. There's no reason that you should be thinking that he changed on you, and there's no reason to be thinking that she changed on him.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Okay. Tell us, the generals. Tell us about what most of your arguments about. You know, can y'all vibe and tell without saying anything when each other done had a bad day? You,
I heard her.
What you said?
What you doing? You on camera? What you doing?
I said, tell us about what most of your arguments are about. Can y'all vibe and tell when each other done had, like when you come home from work and you done had a bad day? Can he just look at you and tell you done had a bad day, or argument comes out, or you can tell he had a bad day, or it comes into an argument? What are most of the arguments about?
Kids.
Yeah, I can tell when he have a bad day. Though.
You can. That's a woman. That's a woman.
I can tell when you had a bad day too.
That's right.
I'm a voice that I had a bad day. I can see
Right.
on his face when he has a bad day.
Same.
Like I'm a fuss. If I have a bad day, you gonna know I had a bad day because I'm gonna come through the door complaining about something. But you don't have to say anything. I can just look at your eyes and see that you had a bad day. You don't have to say nothing.
I can feel it.
And what are most of the arguments about?
Kids.
Wow. And saying kids, do they try to play mom and dad against one another?
Yeah.
Or mama would say stand, or would daddy say stand?
When she let him.
That's how it be, Queen.
Listen, he be a little. He's a man, and he's a little harsh sometimes.
I'm raising men.
Yes,
I see your brother. I see your brother.
So,
I agree with you because I've seen his harshness before.
I'm nurturing, and as a father, he's a disciplinary, and he's a little harsh sometimes.
I'm raising men. You feel me, right, brother?
We have 2 daughters too. I would just say that.
Right.
Okay.
So you're not just raising men.
Iron fists.
And a little love in that fist too.
Yeah, there's a little bit.
She's the love.
The boys need love from their dads too. Let me tell you something. Trust me, boys got to have those tender moments with the dads too. A lot of times, because you see it all the time. Like, and that's what men pass down. Some black men, especially, pass down to that generation of boys. That tough hardness, right? Especially when they in the same household. Because if you see a white father interact with his kid, he like buddy, and he's like, and he's rubbing them and he kissing on them and stuff. They do that, and it's just a whole different picture. With the black male dads, they're more, like the iron fist, like you said. So what happens is this is what drives them to their mommy, and when they trying to regulate their emotions because they can't be that vulnerable with their dad, but that you should allow them that, because what's going to happen when they start to get older, and you probably know because you were a young boy, that's where the secretive come from. That's where I can't tell nobody nothing, and that's where I got this male pride that comes from, because they couldn't be vulnerable with that man in their life, which is you. So you gotta allow that sometimes.
And boys are very close to their mothers because of that. Boys are very close to the mothers.
I can answer that. I got you, brother. I got it. I'm gonna say it like this. That's why the crimes are different, right? They wear trench coats. We do other stuff, right? They be doing other stuff.
So you saying they're a little on the psycho side because their daddies loved them?
I like how
soft
you put
on them.
that. But I like how you put that. But I'm not saying that.
I'm
just saying, right?
Different
methods for different backgrounds. We don't come from that type of environment, and our children not getting raised up in the same environment as them to be like, oh, come here, and ooh, like, nah, nigga, come here, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got to be, because it's a cruel world out here. Like, we stand.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
just
yeah,
hold on, hold on.
just
it's
sprinkle
real, man.
some
It's
on
Hold on.
real.
sometimes.
So
Wait,
you got to, you got to, like, it's a different
I
thing,
got you,
bro.
bro.
Anthony is very, very nurturing and
I
loving
got
to
you,
his
bro.
boys.
Yes, but listen,
He's stern with them, but
listen. I
he
got you.
love
I
they
got you.
they is like lovey doveys.
Listen.
I'm listening, brother. Go ahead.
And reality is the world that they see is not our world that we came from. You understand? Salute. Because our world taught us to be hard and be harsh and be, you know what I mean? We can instill that into them. Like we got to put that into them. We have to put that into them. They have to know that. But the world that they facing ain't our world no more. We just got to make sure they safe, understand how to be safe, and understand how to evolve in this world. Because we come from, yo, I'm gonna punch you in your face. You know what I mean? That's bullying to me. You get punched in the face.
Put your hand
You know what I
down,
mean?
bully.
That's bullying to me. They talking about, oh, this dude put me on his Snapchat or he put me up on TikTok and I wasn't for the picture. Listen, that's not bullying, bro. That's you getting trolled by somebody with fingers and laughing and pressing likes and hearts and things. Listen, get punched in your stomach every day for your lunch money. For you know what I mean? Before you know what a bully.
And to piggyback off what my brother from another mother said, right? The bullying is what kept is what separated the real from the fake. And I think, and this just my
Yes.
opinion.
Whoa.
I'm not.
Slow on that.
I got you, brother. I got you. But he from the Big Apple. That's
Do y'all mind we going over our time? Because this is an interesting topic, and I want to continue it, finish with the questions. So do y'all mind going over the time?
No, we're fine.
yeah,
Okay.
we good. But I think that when they took the bullying out or whatever they call it, we call it punking. Like punk or whatever. When they took that out, you know what I'm saying? Then that let everybody think that they that won. Like it wasn't to show you ain't that. Like stay on the sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? On that court. And I think that that's why they so soft now. I'm saying
Yeah.
they ain't had to like my brother said. They ain't had to get punched in the stomach for these. You know what I'm saying? They ain't living like that, bro.
Nah, not at all.
They
Not at
took
all.
the
You know they
bullying
not.
out because guns are so easily available to these emotional kids. One and two, these kids are killing themselves over it.
Right, and they done made it
Let's
more
be
available.
realistic here.
But they stop that because they soft, because they ain't used to. Like when we was younger, our parents sent us back outside.
When
like,
we
nah, you ain't about to let them play with you like that.
when
Right,
we
you
was
want to go
young,
out there
it
and
Exactly.
was
fight.
your mouth. That was it. Now you got to look at a video online that ain't never going nowhere.
Hmm.
Now the parents going out there talking about you mess with my woo. They ain't used to. They ain't, how you gonna learn to defend yourself if you don't never let yourself defend yourself?
Right.
Hey,
I
that's the
ain't.
truth. That's the truth. Listen, that's the truth. Salute, brother. You and sister. Listen, salute. Your message was true too. Like we do got to keep our children safe. We have to keep our children safe. It's not the world that we come from. Like getting a gun is easy now. You could get a gun just because you want a gun, right? But we came from that world where it was a little rougher to do all these things because what my brother said, we separated the real from the fake. So the fake people are winning right now. They're winning. They're winning. They got control of our children. Look at the rappers they like. Look at the music they listen to. Like they have control of those. That's not real anything. That's not real. Like the music is not real for the kids. Like we come from that reality. Like the music we used to listen to was reality.
Right.
The kids got they don't even know love. They depressed. They got so many emotions. See now and then you turn around and you give them guns.
Hmm.
So it's not coming from the parents. It's coming from what they watching outside of us. Like
And
these kids
I'm a,
they not ready for the. You punch a kid in the stomach right now. You punch a kid in the stomach right now. Like you know what I mean? Because the
Oh.
parent, because the parents got to go outside and protect their children now. Like you said, the parents got to go outside. You mess with my kid, this, that, and the third. Listen, you punch a kid in the stomach right now as an adult, like this. You give him one a good gut shot. Yeah, get out of here. Go tell your dad. He gonna say, fuck, excuse my, I'm sorry, excuse my profanity. But he gonna say, hell with my daddy, I'm gonna go get his gun.
Right.
This song got me feeling the way because he punched me in my stomach. I don't care if you're OG or not. See what I'm saying? And that's how they start protecting themselves with the guns, because you ran into somebody you wasn't supposed to tangle with. Either young or old. You ran into something that was more real than you. You got exposed, and now you feel some kind of way because the music you listening to got you feeling depressed because he talking about, I'm gonna shoot this dude up and because he disrespected my homie. Bruh, life too short, man. The kids got to be protected. We got to keep them safe. Love on them, cherish them, and make sure you grow them to be whatever prime citizens or whatever you chase. I don't even care. Whatever you chasing in life, I want you to get there. Real talk.
And politics are putting guns in our children's hands, making it accessible to our kids today and making all kind of mess up laws to get rid of our children at that same token. So with the politics and all these different laws and this political thing, as husband and wife, do y'all share the same views? Because a lot of families, it becomes a problem. Do y'all share the same political views?
I can't vote.
Oh, I respect that.
Don't get him
I
started.
respect that.
So,
I'm not gonna vote.
He
ever.
doesn't vote. He refuses to vote, but he can vote, and that's crazy. But we do share similar political views. I think what it is we listen to each other and agree to disagree if you don't like.
Right.
I don't think either of the presidential candidates are good for us.
Thank you. That's all I've been saying.
I don't think, and they say, oh, you got to pick the lesser of two evils, but I'm more thinking like, why do we have to continue to accept the lesser of the two evils, or the lesser of what the United States is giving us? Because if you think about it, we are overworked, underpaid. Nothing for our community has really changed. Mm-hmm. They just keep finding ways to screw us over every chance they get. So
Right.
what they're trying to do is present it, this, that, like the whole race agenda they're doing now with Kamala and Trump and them both speaking on that. Why does that only matter when it's a person of color or a different ethnicity in the office? Because it wasn't like that when there's two white candidates, but they do that to us. Then they make it seem like we need a savior. Okay, we had Barack Obama, we had Kamala Harris. Why haven't every time any kind of bills for Black people would need to be passed, they slow to do it? We haven't got reparations. They don't act like they don't deserve us. That was their word, right? But they can go and send money all over to the other side of the world, but they can't take care of us. They got homeless people on the streets, but they can't fix the food crisis. They got people, billionaires, celebrities, whoever making all this money, and it ain't even 1 billion people on the planet. So how is there people with billions of one person with billions of dollars and we can't solve the issues? My political views are very strong, and the government makes no sense. They just ripping us off. How many people paying car insurance can barely pay their car note and keep food in their house, keep paying their rent to their poor, their credit card debt? But turn around and think about it. How often do you cash in on an insurance claim for this insurance that you pay every month? Why are they giving us back our money at the end of the year if we don't have no accidents? What are they, it's so much that they're ripping us off with that they find ways. And now they want to tell us we got to work till we were way older than what was before, right?
The biggest scam they got.
And the benefits they're going to give you. I literally was just looking at what I would make when I turned 67. And it said, I'll be pulling in maybe like almost $3,000, right? That's nothing.
Right.
How am I gonna live off of that? And I'm still not even done working, so I know that it'll grow. But at the end of the day, how? I got an increase in pay. My taxes are way more. So it's basically like, did you really get an increase?
Can I say something? I don't mean to cut you off.
But I'm gonna vote.
but you gonna vote. Okay. Listen. Listen. Listen, y'all. I'm keeping 100. You know what I mean? Salute. Listen. I respect everybody.
I feel your firmness, brother. I like
That
that.
I
That's
respect everybody' political views. And to be honest, I understand that we fought for the vote. We fought to get a vote because we don't get equality. Because we fought for equality
Right.
before the vote, but we didn't get the equality, but we got the vote. So now, with that being said, I will never vote because we're still fighting for the stuff that they promised us back then. But we so happy to have a vote to vote for somebody they already selected. They don't care who run the country. It's there for you to be blinded. So you can see that there's a person that's a clown that, listen, I'm sorry. Y'all voted Joe Biden in. Like, understand what you did. You voted Joe Biden in. You didn't say, you know what? Joe Biden is the guy for the job. They turn around. He's not even capable of running the country at all. This is what I mean.
The whole Democrat Republican is a scam and a sham. They're the same people. They just fighting amongst each other with the same agenda, which is truthfully to not. They're not. We're still. I feel like we're still an enslaved
Yes,
people.
yeah, we are. We are.
It's just a different face for it. So
And they
Listen.
trying to make it worse.
Yeah, listen. At the
you
end of the
got
day,
you
this is
got
what's happening. These y'all gotta understand black like togetherness. That's what they want. They want that from us. They want it. That's why they dying for our vote. That's why they go out there and make sure they say we need the black vote.
no, they just need us to elect them in, but they don't do anything for us.
No,
What do they do?
They
They
need
don't
us
do
to,
nothing.
they need us to be blindfolded to understand that we get together, right? We unite as people. Like how the Asian people do, how the Spanish people do, and how these white people do. All other races do it, but we don't do it. Like if we come together, they know our dollars alone fund their whole government. And once they
Or our culture and our talent brings dollars to their organization.
bring,
Because if you didn't have that aspect of us, but still controlled though, because we're still a controlled people. This if somebody can cancel us, shut us down,
they're gonna let you go
stop
somewhere
our
higher.
bag. They're only exactly.
They're
And
gonna
once you get to
they
a
let you get
certain
here. The levels.
exactly,
They're gonna let you get hit. The same
but
way they did Diddy.
and I'm gonna piggyback off that and say this. You heard me? Joe Biden was a co-author of the Three Strikes Law.
Whoa.
Kamala Harris, from that Three Strikes Law that he was the co-writer of, locked up more of us than any other white man in California. That's how she got on. So to think that a person like this, and another thing, like my brother said, the man of the house, right? The man of her house is not this. He this.
Mm.
He not this. He this. So what you think? What law you think she under? You see what I'm saying? What law do you think she abide by? And you know that that's how they rock. He is the man of the house. You see what I'm saying? So what you think we gonna get out of her just from her being dark skinned? And she don't even. And it came out her mouth. She doesn't even identify as black.
I think the facts are really just Googleable. You can look it up and make your own judgment because a lot of people are putting different clips out. I'm not for 100% everything that she does or has done, but that's not totally correct what you're saying. She didn't put a lot of black men in jail, and I honestly, what I really hate is when black men who commit crimes and don't want to be accountable for those things because have they not been in that situation, and I have a young black son who did some stupid and got himself in trouble with the law. You know what I mean? There's black men who never got arrested. That don't mean they ain't do nothing bad. And they like my husband has never been arrested, no felonies, no misdemeanors, nothing. But that doesn't mean he don't got that street credibility. It's about being smart. So to say that she locked up all these different black men or the most numbers, you know what I mean? It was crime there. It was gang violence there. It was a lot of things. And what she really did do was create a program to try to help those boys and rehabilitate them after they
All
got
right,
them
I'm gonna
sentenced.
pick it back off of that, right? That with that three strikes law that Biden helped write up, she gave black men over 25 years for possession of marijuana,
Oof.
selling marijuana, which is a crime, but that does not merit 25 years.
Mm.
Petty crimes. Yes, it was your third strike. It was your third felony. But if you steal out the store, in my opinion, that does not merit 25 years. You see what I'm saying? Even if you strong arm somebody, no, I'm not talking about violently. I'm talking about like going to nigga pockets or something. You heard me? That does not merit 25 years. You know what I'm saying? So what you saying is correct, but you got to get to the insight of with the time she was given behind these. Yes, they were crimes and they do deserve some time, but they don't deserve the rest of their life for possession of marijuana or just a possession with intent of marijuana before they made it, legal out there. That's my opinion.
Miss General, do you have something you want to say on those political views?
I mean, I really can't. I can't vote, so
I said Miss General. I didn't say Mr. General.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We don't let that divide us because he
I'm a Republican.
he Trump supporter over here.
I'm a
Oh,
Republican.
wow.
So
Straight up. Trump 2024. Trump to the death of me.
I don't like his orange ass, but I'm not fully convinced about Kamala either, or Kamala,
Right,
whatever.
right.
Like, honestly, if it had been another candidate running, I have more faith in that person. Because
Right.
these two they got going now, I'm not feeling them at all.
It's Trump to the death of me, man.
Shut up.
And then with the laws how they got it now, even when you go to jail, I mean for a violent crime, you're not coming home. You don't have no parole or probation no
Let
more.
me say something about that, man. I'm glad you brought that up. That's who we need to be worried about voting for. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because the president, all he do is sign his name on the
Right,
thing,
right.
that the Senate
Hmm.
presents to him. So that's what we need to be worried about. We need to be worried about our local officials, our local governor, because our governor, and I'm gonna keep it real. If you in the streets, like a lot of us are, he just dropped you. He handling his business, so it's
And
hard
he
on
ain't
us.
taking no time doing it. He ain't wasting no time doing it.
What I'm talking about? What I'm a good boy now. You hear me? I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So and it's a lot of day. He took away the good time. He took away the probation. He took away the bond. You got to do. It's like the feds now. You got to do 85% of your time and all this and all that, which he could do. He's a governor, but they so worried about the president. President ain't got nothing to do with
Right.
Louisiana under right now. He just put the law out that you don't have to have a background check nothing when you get a burner. You know what I'm saying? You can just walk in the store, get a gun, and go do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Recipe
But
for
you ain't coming
disaster.
home when
It's
you
New
go to jail.
Orleans.
You ain't.
At
But
18.
you're not coming home when you go to
You
jail.
be 18 and go get a gun now. Recipe for disaster.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
A
Exactly.
lot
Because
of
when you
stuff.
do your crime and they catch you, you're not coming home.
Oh
What?
wow.
And then like, I ain't come. What? Man, we ain't even gonna get on it. But at the
Right.
same time, he
And you
is.
know,
But
25 years. Damn,
it's
that's heavy.
kind of outrageous. But at the same time, nobody worrying about the government. Nobody worrying about. They worried about the mayor because they don't like her, and they worried about the president because they didn't pit us against each other. And like they worry about what they tell them to worry about, and they don't worry about what they don't mention. You see what I'm saying? And these senators, the congressmen, everybody is getting in office under our nose because they have us directed at the president, and he don't do nothing but sign the stuff that the Senate and everything present to him. So I think they got us tricked with that too.
They got
And
the whole
do
thing.
y'all notice every time it's time for a big vote like that, we got a big concert or something that they're gonna send us to, you
Man,
know?
you saw that, man? That was disrespectful, man. I don't even. That was that's too ghetto, man. You know what I'm saying? That was too ghetto.
And I'm also speaking of it. Yeah, that was very good. But I'm also speaking of like when it's time to go vote, they're gonna have a concert that all of us gonna run to, and we so tired and hungover that most of us gonna miss the voting thing
They'll make you,
because they're
yeah,
gonna
miss
put
the boat.
They make you
yeah they're
miss
gonna
the
put
vote.
some type of activity out there that we gonna want to run to. You
Oh.
know, and that's done intentionally.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Okay. So back to our questions. People speak on how hard it is to raise kids separately, but nobody ever talks about the problems married people face in raising children. So y'all want to speak on that? Give us some insight on that.
Mm.
I think it's harder when you marry because um in some homes the dad is absent, and in some homes it's two different homes. So it's like it's one way over here and it's another way over here. You know what I'm saying? But when you marry and everybody under one roof, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be on one accord, heavy on the one accord. You know what I'm saying? Because if you not, the children gonna pick up on that. And like my brother said earlier, they could use they could turn us against each other, or use one person's stance on a certain situation against the other person's stance on a situation by acting
Mm.
a certain way, or it's just you got to really compromise. It ain't no all right. You're going by your daddy, and it's his rules. It's no daddy here, we here. So
Oh,
it's our rules, but our rules ain't always our rules. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they my
it ain't
rules,
always
sometimes
about
they
the
our
paid
rules. You
rules.
know
It is, but it is.
Mm.
Listen,
You
when it
want to
comes
say anything on that, Miss General?
to
Some things I am more strict about, and he's not as strict about, and then there's some things that he's more strict about that I'm not so strict about. So we we used to bump heads. We're trying to get past that part as far as compromising.
Right. That's great.
I agree.
Mia, do you have anything to add to that? I did.
I mean, we have, so with his children are younger than mine, and I do have two. My youngest, they're adults, but they're still at home. Like my daughter's in school to be a nurse, and so she graduates in a couple months. So hopefully she can, move on out. She just turned 24, and then I have a
Okay.
21-year-old. So with how we bump heads because he expects my young adults to do more than what they do, and I think he feels like I spoiled them kind of. So they're so used to me doing everything that they probably don't even recognize that they don't do what they're supposed to do. Like I have always been like the mom that's gonna fix their plate, serve their food, take away the plates.
too
I
much.
showed them how to clean up after themselves and things like that, but they just gotten used to me. Like when I'm in the kitchen, that's my time, and don't come in here. So they just leave me alone. Now, hold on, honey. I I personally feel like he's saying he's putting his experience with his mom, who was a single mom, on me and how I mother mine based off of how his mother mothered him. And I don't think that's fair. Because quite frankly, nobody's just because that was his mom and that's how she raised him, that doesn't mean that she did it right.
I do
Or
that too, bro. I do that too, brother. I'm just.
and that's no shade against his mom. She's a wonderful person. But I feel like she might have been a little too hard on her son, maybe. Just a little bit. You know what I mean? Or she didn't there was times when she could have really been there for him when she missed that mark. With mine, I'm always going to be there for them, no matter what. You know what I mean? And I'm always like, they can always come home. They will always have me, and that doesn't mean they can take advantage of me. No, and I feel like he feels like that might be the case sometimes. But even
Right.
if that was, they're still mine. They can have whatever I have. And if I don't have it, I'm gonna find a way to get it. That's just I'm their mother. They did not
Right.
ask to be brought here. They did not, and I'm going to be their mother until my last breath. So I'm going to be their mom.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that, and I can't let you get away with saying that I compared the mother thing. I don't do that. I do understand. I understand it more or less. I understand how it is to be raised, how I was raised, and the things that I lacked versus the way you are with your children. I do feel that they're overprivileged because the way I was raised, you know what I mean? The word no didn't it wasn't supposed to hurt you. The word no was supposed to help you, supposed to move you along. You get the word no, yo, listen, hey, wipe the dust off, try again. Cause you're gonna have to try again. You're gonna hear that word a lot. But again, I, that ain't what I'm saying from you.
So
Like
you just said my
no,
kids
listen.
get mad when they hear the word no.
But listen, like at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it ain't the mad. It's the fact that you said it. That's what it is. It's because you mommy bear. You're supposed to protect them. You're supposed to be there for them no matter what for the rest of your life. But again, you know what I mean. You can open those arms.
I'm
I
a
understand
piggyback
this,
off of
but
that.
struggle with no. Like me, I have always been that way. Not just with my kids. I have people pleaser syndrome or whatever. Like my abandonment issues as a child. I just really learned this, so now I'm able to put more boundaries with people, even with my children, because I don't want to say no to them. Like, what if I got it? Why do I got to say no? You know what I mean? So with them, I did kind of create that. Like they asked me, "Mommy, gonna make it happen," and that's just how I was with them. But now I see, not at least saying it a little more would encourage them to go out and get more. You know what I mean? And I
But
think
no
that,
is a part of that tough love, I think.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what it
And
is.
I didn't say no a lot, and I still like it hurts me to say no now. I'm saying it, but he'll tell you,
Right.
I'll be like, ooh, like I feel bad, like I should I had done it. You know what I mean? Like I'm one of those like I just didn't never do it, and so he came into my life and he like, babe, no, and but he do that. My mom, man, if I had you as my mom, oh my God,
Yeah, yo,
but
listen, because again, these kids of different generation
They pick
is a
up on
different
that.
is a different generation. Like, yo, listen, if I had the love and support that you give to your children, the way parents nowadays give to their children, I know how far in life I'd be right now. like you see what I'm talking about? I'll be over here. I'll be over there somewhere. Like I got roughed up. Listen,
you got
I
roughed up.
got roughed up. You know what I mean? We get slapped in the back of the head. You can't go in the grocery store, ask for nothing. You know, yo, you don't do this, don't do that. Yo, listen, yo, be home while the street lights come on. Yo, this crazy. Like we had rules, but we was outside. These kids ain't got no rules in the inside.
Mm. And I'm gonna piggyback off that because I do find myself doing that. I'm gonna be honest, right? But at the same time, it's kind of like living off of good advice. You see what I'm saying? You know what works, and you
Yeah.
know like a son, especially a son. I don't know. I can't speak for a daughter, but a son could think back and be like, damn, I should have listened to my mom. But damn, like it's the right way, it's the recipe, and this is how she did it. I can't base it off of social media or how somebody else do it. It's a trusted source, and this how she did it with 3 kids by herself. It worked. You see what I'm saying? And this the recipe. You see what I'm saying? So I do
Mm-hmm.
find myself doing that, not really comparing her to my mama, but parenting ways
Mm.
of her and my mama. And I feel like if my mama would have raised me any different, then I wouldn't be who I am. And I'm glad. I'm so I'm so glad
I'm
I'm who I am. You know,
for real.
I'm so like I. backbone and just like that's she did her thing, you know what I'm saying? So that's the recipe, you heard me? I go where it works.
That's nice.
Okay.
That's real nice.
This, this next question I'm gonna start with Mia and have I know y'all newlyweds, but have y'all ever thought about getting a divorce? Just listen to conversation. Have y'all ever thought about getting divorced? And if so, what stops you and what's keep you together today?
Oh, can I say something? Let me say something first. Listen, my last situation, I'm not gonna speak on this situation because I don't even want to use
Right.
that word. Listen, my last situation, got the I'm out of there. I gotta get out of there. I had to get out of there. Listen, when some when somebody want to bring you down, and they blame you for the reason of their downfall,
Right.
the love and respect is out the window. There's nothing there no more. Don't sit there and try to be that. Don't dwell in that atmosphere. Get the up out of there. Yo,
Mm.
go run for your listen. Uh, the Bible, right? Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I mean? When I look at that, I look at it from a different way. I look at it like she wanted to turn around. You understand?
Right.
Because that life that she was leaving behind was something that she wanted. While
Mm.
this dude had his mind straight. Like, yo, I'm going here, and I don't care if you turn around or not.
You
I
gonna be
gotta
that
get
pillar of salt, huh?
there. You understand? You understand? Like you got like get the up out of there. That's a hot situation. Go
Right.
run. Get out of there. Go for the door. Yeah,
But
I'm sorry, man. That's my
with
opinion.
us,
That's me.
with us, is it came from experience. Because of course, yeah, we always we gonna get a divorce. We gonna get a divorce. But I think with time, it taught us that if we just like, cause she done left a couple of times too. You see what I'm
Mm,
saying? But at the same time, it always cooler heads always prevail, and we always end up back together. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been a long 11 years and 4 months. You heard me? Like, but and that word come up frequently. But you
mm,
know what I'm saying? It just you gotta trust the process.
Sometimes you gotta put those emotions to the side and calm down and think. You can say a lot of things out of anger, but once you
mm,
calm down and you be rational with yourself and you start and you realize, okay, well maybe I exaggerated, or maybe it wasn't that serious, or this was not a life or death situation. Like let me gather my thoughts and my emotions, and once you sit
Right.
down and talk to her, you realize, well, we ain't have to do all that, or none
mm.
of that could be said. So we, and as time goes, you, like you said, you prevail. You learn how to take a deep breath, excuse yourself from the situation, go sit outside, get some fresh air. I always be like, drink some water, calm your nerves down.
Mm.
Um, and then
Cause
you
I
have
had
to
to grow.
take accountability
Right.
for yourself. So you got to be like, all right, well maybe I shouldn't have said this, and then he wouldn't have said that. Or maybe I
Right.
shouldn't have did this, and then that wouldn't have happened. So you have to sit back and after going through, a few arguments, and then you start to see, all right, well, this ain't working. Let's try this way.
Right.
So it's a learning process. You never stop learning.
Cause she used to try. I used to follow. No. She used to try and like go in the other room or like trying to excuse that. Now, come get this smoke. Don't worry. Don't worry. But you learn like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't really that big. Man. But my
Nice.
A lot.
our phone about to die, man.
Okay. Well, I just got one more question. A lot of people think you have to be a certain or to be a certain way to live a certain way with a person and do certain things to be have a successful marriage. What do you agree with that?
I agree. I think that if you don't have, I mean, of course, opposites attract, and sometimes like he's more fiery than me. I'm a little softer, so it blends well. You know what I mean? We both can't be hotheads in the situation, but I think letting having a compatible partner, at least with someone that you like and that you can be friends with, is really important. So definitely. I don't think. What do you think? I remember the question.
Nah, I don't. I'm really gonna even hold you.
But do y'all have any advice that y'all would like to share with the public, we internationally? So y'all have any advice y'all want to share with any marriage couples?
Yeah, I do. I got some advice. Listen, um, learn to love each other, no matter what. You understand? No matter what. Like I know I spoke on divorce earlier, because those situations does arise, and some people are strong enough to fight through that. And when you understand that you willing to fight and you willing to win that fight together, that should be your driving force for anything. Like and I look at my marriage now as something I always want to drive hard for. Like I'm a ride or die for this, because this is what I want. So her happiness, my happiness is always on Front Street. And I want everybody to live like that. And that's my advice to all the
I
listeners.
think the people, when you have patience, that we talked about, and you have that compromise, you automatically know that that's required in your situation. So with Anthony and me, how I love him is, and I'm even gentle with him. I love him so much, like I'm intentional about everything that I do. So when I'm annoyed, or if I'm like essentially upset with him about something, and it don't even have to be that I'm upset. I could be just disappointed. I First of all, I choose my battles. Everything don't have to be addressed. Everything don't have to be a discussion or an argument. You know what I mean? And when it gets to that point where you feel like it's might cross over to that space, that's when you sit and have a conversation. And we do it all the time. I be like, babe, we need, what's even how I deliver it. Like, what's up? What's going on? We gotta, I didn't, I wasn't too happy about this. How do you feel about it? And when you ask that question, instead of doing like this, you get it. If they got to pause and be like, well, dang, how do I feel about it? They're going to think about it. And then they're going to give you a more rational answer, and may even come with some corrective behavior or an apology, because you asked them to think about it, instead of you just being like, because when you meet somebody with that type of energy, their natural response is like, and they're going to start going back. So what I do is give him patience. I can take a minute and process what I'm feeling, and learn how to express it in a way where it's not combative, disrespectful, frustrated. It's so much love and patience in that, because I got a chance to sit with it and say, you know what, I want a reaction, a response, and resolution. So how I bring it to this man is going to determine how he hears me and how he responds. So I'm intentional about how I interact with him, and I've shown him that, so he just mirrors it back to me, and that's how
Okay,
we.
Mr. I finish.
No, that's how we are. That's it. That's the advice.
Thank you, Mr. General. I know you're about to go out. We about to go out. So, do you have anything y'all want to add to that or to the people?
I mean, I would just say that, like she said, patience, heavy on patience. And I want to say in our beginning struggles, the thing that I went to was God. So God had patience with me. I'm not perfect, so I have to have patience with my husband. I have to have patience with my kids. I have to have patience with whatever job that I'm in, because God has patience with me. So once I learned that, and everything, like she said, everything doesn't have to be addressed. It don't. If it's not life or death, it's not that serious. If it's not a huge lump sum of money or something like super important, I'm just like, it's not even that serious.
Yeah.
Right.
And I
That's
agree
why
with
y'all
her.
made it to 11 years.
Right.
And
Son.
I agree with I agree with everybody said. You heard me. It's a team. You know what I'm saying? And they tell you that when you get married, you want. And I think the problem these days, a lot of people giving their boyfriends husband roles. You see what I'm saying? And you
All
gotta
right
know the
now.
you heard me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm just trying to talk, man. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people be giving and girlfriends wife roles, and I think that
Right.
like I said before, you just gotta trust the process. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, it has been an hour with the elders. We have went over time, but this was an interesting topic, and I thank you all for being on here
Thank
in
you.
marriage in the modern day. I am Dorothy Harris. Hour with the elders. We love and appreciate you.